Hi everybody, it's Julia, your trusted travel expert, helping you find that je ne sais quoi wherever you are in the world. And one thing that actually might be surprising to you, but one thing that will help you find the je ne sais quoi, or in other words, have a really nice trip that meets your expectations, is to really think about your budget before you go. So that's what I want to talk to you about this week, is budgeting and how you can figure out or estimate how much things are going to cost. Because I had a client one time ask me, how much would it cost if we went to this area or this part of the world or that part of the world? And it was a really hard thing for me to answer because it really depends. And obviously there are more expensive parts of the world, more expensive cities and less expensive cities. You're never really going to be able to go super, super cheap in, say Iceland or London or Hong Kong or something like that. But there is a range. There's always a range. There's a blogger that has made his life, his books, he has or at least one book about traveling on $5 a day. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to travel on $5 a day. That includes somewhere to sleep, some things to eat, and things to see. And that's the thing you have to think about when you're budgeting. I always, like I said, when you get a package price or when I'm thinking about budget, I break it down to how much do I want to spend per day on myself, per person. And so you got to think about those three things, right? Where are you going to sleep? What are you going to do that day? What do you want to do, per day? And what do you want to eat? And that one is an interesting thing because sometimes you want to pre-plan and prepay your meals. Sorry, Hugo wants to play. But sometimes you want to not pre-plan all your meals. You want to, see what's around the corner or go have interesting, hole-in-the-wall meals, and explore the area. You don't want to prepay. So that's a big variable. But those other two things are big decisions that you can make and that are easy to make and that are easy to make beforehand. The first one is where you're going to stay. What kind of hotel do you like? Some hotels are, easily Europe, if we're looking at Europe, which is what I mostly sell and where most of my clients want to go. So if we're talking about Europe, if you're looking at Paris or London or any of the big capital cities, $500 a night is not that expensive. That's pretty average. And that's for one room, so you could divide that in half. So about $250 is going to go for yourself, is going to go to a hotel, probably no matter what. If you want a really kind of shishi, nice, like 5-star, not even like 5-star luxury, that's like way even more. But if you want like really kind of high quality 5-star accommodations, that hotel price might go up. Then again, if you don't really care about the hotel and you just want something basic, that price might go down, obviously. Then the second big component of your budget is, what are you going to do? How do you want to see the place that you're seeing? Are you okay with hop on, hop off tours and exploring on your own and just walking up and buying tickets or buying tickets online the day before for museums or attractions? Or do you want to have a private guide and a private car that takes you around? That's the other thing. How are you getting from place to place if you're visiting multiple places? Are you okay taking the train, or do you want a private car and driver to take you? Those things will really, really affect your budget. And that's why it's hard, I know, for not only me, but you, to sort of estimate an overall budget. But if you think about those things and think about kind of how you generally like to travel, you get pretty easily to a per diem that you can then add up for however many days you're looking for this particular trip. I will say that on average, and this is a total average, my clients are usually somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 per person per day. Now, again, that totally depends. If it's one couple and they're going, for 2 weeks and having a private car and driver for the whole 2 weeks, that number is going to go up. Or on the other side of things, if it's maybe a family of 4 that wants more flexibility and aren't pre-planning and don't want to have guides all the time, that cost might go down. But that's sort of an easy average. And again, you always have to account for more expensive places in the world versus less expensive places in the world. But that $500 a day is just, it's a nice kind of average that helps me help my clients. And so I thought I would share it. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope that was helpful. I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.